Today, we're talking about a topic that every leader needs to hear about. We're discussing the top 10 leadership mistakes to avoid. These are the telltale signs of poor leadership, and these things can totally derail your team, your progress, and even your career. So, if you're ready to step into your full potential as a leader and be the best leader you can be, grab a notepad and let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. I am a certified leadership and life coach, as well as HR executive with over 20 years of leadership experience in major organizations. I am here to help you level up your leadership game, elevate your mindset, and reach new heights in your career and life. So if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You're going to absolutely love it here. And if you've been hanging out with me for a while, thank you so much for coming back. You taking the time to support my channel, watch my videos, like, subscribe, share. All of the love that you provide really means the world to me. Thank you so much. So, have you ever worked with a leader who drained your energy? Who made your job harder? Maybe they overcomplicated things, brought a lot of drama to work, or even stifled your growth. Well, I'm here to make sure you're not that leader. Let's dive into the top leadership mistakes to avoid so you can lead with confidence, integrity, and effectiveness. It's all about being effective, right? And let's not forget making an impact. Because as a leader, that's our job, is to make the biggest impact possible on those that we lead. Number one on the list is micromanaging. I had to start there. If you're constantly hovering over your team's shoulders, checking every little detail, questioning their every move, dictating every decision, you're not leading. Sorry to break it to you, you're not leading. You're smothering. Micromanaging kills productivity and it crushes creativity because it makes your team feel like they can't do their jobs, like they're not trusted, or like they're not smart enough to do the job that they were hired to do. Try focusing on delegating tasks, empowering your team to make decisions, giving them room to grow, learn, and the grace to make mistakes. Yep, I said it. Let them make mistakes. That's how you learn. I would always tell my team, if you're not making mistakes, you're not working. Mistakes are just a natural part of life. We're all human after all. See yourself as there to guide and support, not to control or babysit. They're adults. Number two, lack of communication. As a leader, it's your responsibility to set the standard for clear, effective, and transparent communication. When communication breaks down, it leads to confusion, misunderstandings, and ultimately frustration. Without clarity, your team just can't perform at their best, and neither can you. So what's the solution? Make communication a top priority. Whether it be verbal communication, written communication, make sure you think through your communication as much and as often as possible. Make sure that your communication is also in alignment and in sync with other leaders. Whenever you're communicating something across an organization or through teams, you all want to be on the same page. Regularly check in with your team, be transparent about your decisions, and maintain an open door policy where people feel comfortable coming to speak with you. Communicate not just the what, but the why whenever possible. And actively seek feedback, even feedback about yourself, right? Often ask your team how you're doing and how you're supporting them and how you can maybe better support them. And show consideration for your team's perspectives. This kind of open, thoughtful, and transparent communication, it fosters trust and it keeps everyone aligned. Number three, authoritarianism. Are you just an authority figure? Ruling with an iron fist doesn't make you a strong leader. It actually makes you a dictator. Making decisions without the input of your team can often provoke fear, uncertainty, and makes them not want to collaborate. Great leaders simply seek input from their teams as much as possible. I do know as a leader, sometimes that might not be feasible, but whenever possible, solicit feedback because good leaders understand that collaboration drives better outcomes for everyone. I always recommend listening more than you speak. You will learn more and be a better leader that way. Number four, workplace politics. Ooh, workplace politics can absolutely ruin a team, ruin an organization, and it doesn't take a lot for it to completely derail success. If you're playing the politics game at work, maybe aligning yourself with certain people for authority or power or the perception of that, maybe making decisions based on favoritism, maybe hiring, promoting, and terminating for the wrong reasons. If you're doing any of that as a leader, you're destroying the trust of your team and you're setting the wrong example. Politics in the workplace simply create division. It can lower morale, which ultimately negatively impacts performance, and promotes higher turnover, which is very expensive. As an HR executive, I've seen this many times. And this type of work is really hard to undo once it becomes really embedded in the culture of an organization. So avoid workplace politics at all costs. Keep the decisions focused on what's best for the organization. Always operate with fairness and transparency, even when it's not easy, because I do understand that doing what is best and what is the right thing to do isn't always the easiest thing to do. Which leads me to number 5, integrity. The lack of integrity could be a major issue. Your team simply needs to trust you on a personal and professional level, and they should also trust your decision-making skills. If you're acting dishonestly, if you're hypocritical, or engaging in unethical activity, that trust can be diminished quickly. And once trust is gone, it's really challenging to get it back. So rule of thumb is to always lead by example. Your actions should align with your words every single time. Number 6 is lack of empathy. Leadership is not just about hitting targets or making sure people are where they're supposed to be. It's about truly leading people. A lot of leaders forget this. This is very important. If you fail to understand or consider your team's feelings, perspectives, or needs personally and professionally, you're going to simply create resentment, and disengagement will follow. Remember, you are leading humans, people who have lives outside of the workplace, who deal with day-to-day struggles and challenges and life circumstances. So while they come to work every day to perform a job and to do what they are hired to do, they're humans. And as leaders, we have to remember that, because your personal life does impact your professional life. It all works together. Even when we don't want it to, or we try to avoid it, the reality is it's all in sync in one way or another. So take time to really listen to your team. Listen to them individually. Get to know them. Figure out what their motivators are. What are their drivers? What are their demotivators? Or do things to inspire and encourage them. Show them that you care about their well-being and who they are as a person, and not just their productivity. Number 7, favoritism. Treating employees differently for any reason is never okay. Whether it be different biases, whether it be performance, it doesn't matter. We should always be consistent on how we treat people, whether that be holding them accountable, holding them to the same expectations, having the same level of discipline for all employees, if that is a requirement or something that has to be done. We as leaders should be consistent in our approach, and favoritism just should not exist. Favoritism can also be a perception of discrimination, isolation, and so many things that can just be detrimental to the team, the organization, and your reputation as a leader. This also leads to division within the team, and people will start to feel like their efforts just don't matter if you are a person that shows favoritism for whatever reason. So ensure that your recognition and your reward system is consistent and that it's based on merit and not personal relationships or personal things. Number 8, lack of vision. If you're not providing clear goals and direction for your team, they're going to feel lost. And so are you, quite frankly. A team without clear direction is like a ship without a compass, just floating around aimlessly. So make it a priority to set clear, compelling goals and reevaluate those goals, discuss them, break them down into smaller, tangible goals to make sure everyone understands their part, understands expectations, timelines, deadlines, and they get the support they need to actually activate and execute on the goals. And most importantly, make sure everyone understands understands the bigger picture and how the work that they're doing impacts the bigger goals. This brings a why to everything that people do, and it makes it a lot more meaningful. Your job is to inspire, motivate, and guide them toward a shared purpose. Remember that. Number 9 is resistance to change. A leader who refuses to adapt is a leader who gets lost in the past. And sticking to outdated methods is a fast way to kill innovation and growth and to just kind of feel like a dinosaur in the workplace. And you don't want that. The world is constantly evolving. And so should your leadership style. Try new things. If it doesn't work, pivot, deviate, do something else. But be open-minded, be willing to try new things and fail quickly. And if it doesn't work, you move on. Stay open to new ideas, embrace change, and encourage your team to think and innovate and bring new concepts, strategies, and ideas to the table. A flexible leader is a strong leader. Now to number 10. I know I've already mentioned this one before, but it's so important. I wanted to just bring it back up as the number 10. And I think this is one that if you get wrong, it can cause a lot of issues, including legal issues, and could completely derail your career. And that's lack of integrity. If you want to be a respected leader, you must walk the talk. Just that simple. Your credibility depends on it. Again, even when it's not the easiest thing to do, as I said in this video, oftentimes doing the right thing isn't always the easiest thing. But as a leader, have integrity, hold people accountable, and keep yourself and your organization honest. That is going to foster a culture of integrity, right? So that you all can continuously move in the right direction. So there you have it, the top 10 leadership mistakes to avoid. I could have certainly added more to the list, but I think this is a really solid foundation of leadership mistakes to avoid to make sure you're on the right track as a leader. So which of these mistakes have you seen in your own leadership, or maybe in leaders you've worked with? Great question. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, leadership is a journey, and we're all leaders in various stages and places of our lives. Whether you're in a boardroom, whether you're an entrepreneur, or whether you're a leader in your home, we all display leadership skills in various stages and places in respective areas of our lives. So if you're committed to growing and improving your leadership effectiveness, I am here to help. As a leadership and life coach, as well as HR executive with over 20 years of leadership experience, I help leaders just like you refine their skills, improve their team dynamics, and lead with confidence. So if you're ready to level up and improve your leadership skills, I will be so happy to connect with you. I am accepting new clients right now. Check out the description box below. I have ways to contact me, as well as ways for you to check out my site and other details about the services I offer. Thanks for watching. Here on this channel, I make videos about conscious leadership, motherhood, women empowerment, and all things elevating your reality. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next video.